that's kind of important, right, in today's world, because if the income is not adjusting to impact for inflation, what's happening? Inflation is eating away at the value of that monthly payment. Just look at the past 4 years where the cumulative impact of inflation has been like 20%. So that $1,487, because of the impact of inflation just in the past 4 years, only equates to about $1,190. So the second point of this is that, so first point, okay, no inflation adjustment, that's a major problem. The second point is that the 15-year term certain relates to the number of years that the income is guaranteed to come in. So if this individual passes at year 10, okay, then it's going to continue for another 5 to her beneficiary. If she passes in year 16, then it stops. There's nothing more besides that. So that's the notion of that 15-year term certain. So on to the math, if you will. And it's basically an exercise in calculating your rate of returns. And the reality is that you don't simply want to include the return of your original investment when you're calculating your rate of return. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of salespeople do is, and that's not what return is. It is return of something. It's return of your principal, but that's not any part of an actual rate of return on your investments. That's not profit. That's not growth of money. So how do you do that? What's the first thing that you need to do? Well, first, in order to calculate a rate of return, generally you think of those on an annual basis. So you got to take the 1487 amount and multiply that by 12, right? So that's multiplication, easy enough. So 12 times 1487 is 17,844. Now, right here's where the sleight of hand comes in. So the annuity salespeople then calculate the rate of return and say, okay, well, if you're getting 17,844, well, then just divide that by the amount of money that you are investing, in this case, $246,000, and voila, that is a return of 7.25%, right? So you take the 17,844 number, divide it by the 246,000, multiply that by 100 because you got to do that in order to convert the number over to a percent rate of return, and you get 7.25%. That's great, except that's actually not even close to being accurate because you get your money back. That's not a rate of return. So you have to watch the math because the presentation says it's 7.25%, but that's not the right calculation.